Hi, it's Graham Bibby here, talking to you on the 25th of March 2020. As many of you will know, I've been in the investment markets for over 35 years. I cut my teeth on the 72-74 UK recession, where everything everywhere seemed to be being repossessed, and I worked for a leasing finance company. And I'm not proud to say I was one of the ones out there repossessing all sorts of vehicles, from diggers and tractors to Rolls Royces, as the economy went into implosion, as the oil price went through the roof and people couldn't sustain. So I've seen most things. I was there in the 87 crash. I have a whole story about that and what the market told us to how to get out, how the hurricanes in London caused the stock market to close. So we were 50% out, but couldn't get the rest out. And then I was there in the Asian financial crisis. I was there and signaled just after the top of the 1989 bull market, 10 years bull market of Japan, when they said Japanese were different, and then the market went on to fall 75%. 2000 and 2003 crash, and that's called the tech wreck, where things like Microsoft, believe it or not, went down 95%. And the 2008 GFC, when the sell signal came 8.6% from the top, and then the market went on to fall until I was on CNBC banging the table, buy all you can, in March 2009. And here we are in another one of those cycles, and we fully exited on the 25th of February and started exiting during February. So in front of me now there's a chart of Boeing. So we would have come out somewhere around 300. It went down recently to 100. It's 127. There's a magnificent bounce last night, inverted commas, because this is all about how do you know when the bottom's in place. How did I know in March 2009 that the bottom was in place? Well, if you find a CNBC video of me, maybe I'll look for it and see if I can send it to you. What happened was, you see this is all downtrend. So every time there's a market rise, the market rises, the stock rises, sellers come in, a little bit of a blip, sellers come in, and then we've had a blip. So it's up 20% on a blip. But look, does that chart look positive to you? It looks negative to me. This looks like it could be a base for me. This moving average, which is needs to catch up with this, when this catches up with that, this could quite easily turn over. What happened in March 2009 is I still study all the world's stock indices. So I study Singapore, Japan, Russia, Korea, US. All of them had signaled that we had a rise like this, we had a pull back, and then we broke to new high ground. So that told me the institutions, because my artificial intelligence picks this up, are buying on the dips, whereas before they were selling on any rallies. So let's go and have a look at, if I can find it. I will find it, not if I can find it. Let's see if I can find the good old Nazi, the Nazi Decky. Here we are. So this is great, because you see here, this is Corona's going on, and the market keeps going up. That's why we had stocks in, because it looked like the coronavirus wasn't going to be that severe. And then we had this, and then we went below stop loss levels here. So the key to using technicals, and I was the chairman of the Technical Analyst Society, is to follow the trend. The trend is your friend. You don't know when the market's going to turn. You don't know that this is going to happen, this big fall. But when we fall below here, for whatever reason, no ego, we sell. So then the market went on to fall, and then it rose back. And then what happens is previous support becomes resistance, and the market hit that resistance and boom, went down. Had a nice up day here, but it filled that gap. This is called an exhaust gap. It filled the gap and went down again. Another gap. See what happened? It went up to fill the gap, and then it went on down again. So if you get my book, Master Your Mind, Master Your Money, you'll see all of this in the end part of the book. The first part of the book's great because it's all about life. It's all about the meaning of life, the meaning of happiness, and money's a tool, and how to play this game. This book here, The Truth Behind the Investment Game, tells you what the institution's doing, what the rich people do, which is completely opposite in most cases of what they tell you to do. So you need to get this book and you need to get Master Your Mind. So last night, 8%, well, the biggest rise in the US since 1933. Way! Come on, mate. Look. Boom. It's a blip. 557 points is a lot of points, but the index is much higher. That's no uptrend yet. However, this could be the support period. So let's just have a look through what's going on in the Dow. There's some strange things, so I do look at everything. This is Singapore. Look at that. Fell off the cliff. Boom. That's a 7% rise last night. I guess it's going to be up tonight. I can't quite understand why things like Alibaba are down. That was 230. It dropped to 170. It's bounced to 185 because I think people are going to be buying things online. Dear old Apple, beautiful company, beautiful stock, was 325, fell to 225. And if I show you here, so I'm watching market action all the time. So that was a big down day, and then it ended near the highs, even though negative, of the day. And this was all signalling the potential for this bounce. And we've ended near the high of the day, which is a positive. So we don't want to get in too early. This is Indonesia. Bam! It was 27 and now it's 12. Whoa. So much profits for the future. So in my Insiders Club, which is a mentoring program, I mentor you about mindset, about strategies, and then I send you buy and sell signals that I see, and you manage your money. You open an account with a broker. So it's too early to get in yet, but there's opportunities galore. So Shopify, explain this one to me. Looking a bit more progressive now. The stock was 600, it fell to 300. Shopify is where you set up a shop online and sell your things. So I guess if you can't go to stores and stuff, this should be doing really well. However, it wasn't. But then again, see, looks like a base here. Came down, came up. Now this one is looking more like it could be basing, but it needs to go above that, and I need to see the overall index going up. Wynn Resorts, boom, was 155, went down to below 40. That's crazy. It's 66 now. It's up 50% since that bottom, but we still got this falling moving average. So it's too early to say the party's over, but I'm telling you, if you haven't positioned yourself properly, so if you didn't get out, this is my advice to you, get your stocks reviewed. Because when this turns around, you want to be in the best stocks to get the best bang for your buck on the rise. So if you're down 30 or 40% and you don't want to take the loss, don't worry about it. Just take it and get repositioned in the right stocks. And if you want that report from me, let me know. And if you're thinking about joining the Insiders Club, let me know. Here's Tesla. It was nearly 1,000 and it went down to 350. It's 500 at the moment. This looks like a possible bottoming. But the overall index doesn't look like that yet. Here's a transport index. Looks like a possible bottoming there, but it's not signaled yet. Anything else I think I want to show you? Oh yeah, Microsoft. Great, good old Microsoft. So that was 190, went down to 135. And this stock, it turned 10,000 into 10 million in 9 years in the 90s. And then 2000, the stock fell 95%. This guy is big in cloud computing. It's not a buy yet, but it could be soon. And our dear old friends in Australia have been hammered on their currency. It was 70, it went down to 55. There's some great assets to buy in Australia for those people overseas because they get more bang for their buck with the Australian dollar. And there's one area that you can buy property with a 5% yield right now where you can subdivide the land into 4 and end up with 60% profit. So you can hold it at the moment with 5% yield, needs about 580 per plot in an area where there's demand for rental, so opportunities galore. So it's Graham Bibby saying, bottom's not in place yet, it's looking quite interesting. Get ready, get informed, buy my books, buy The Truth Behind the Investment Game, buy Master Your Mind, Master Your Money. Okay, speak to you soon. Bye-bye.